To start off episode 13, as you unlock this vehicle, so if you haven't seen that already, be sure to go back and check out Warehouse Coupe in episode 12, okay? So now on to episode 13. Surprisingly enough, I've just unlocked a level 13 nitrous and accelerant outlaw, so I'm actually just doing my rolls here. I thought I'd get you back in so you can rejoin and view. I'm just going to roll up some outlaw parts here. There is a bonus if I get 3 different outlaw parts on my car. That improves its overall. So I think I need a gearbox. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to keep rolling until I get a gearbox essentially. So this new head looks amazing. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on. And as you see, that actually has the bonus 3 times outlaw. So that is the one I needed. So I had a head, an exhaust, and I think I had the gearbox as well. So look, just going to go ahead and put this particular level 13 head on. That looks like it's going to turn my car into an absolute beast. So just applying that right there. Okay, I've still got 29 more rolls. I'm just going to do one more to see if the stats on this one improve the stats from the last one. Okay, so let's see what we get this time. It's a block with jump on it. Okay, so really it's a little bit better than the last one. We're just going to go ahead and put that on. It's a level 15, and since I'm feeling like I really like this McLaren coupe that I've just bought, it is a supercar. Wait till you see it, it looks really sexy. I'm going to see what else we can unlock. So we've been lucky here, we've got a level 14 speed on the gearbox. That thing is epic, so I'm just going to go ahead and equip that straight away. Bang. Okay, so 3 times bonus on the outlaw stuff now. On the brand spanking new McLaren coupe. Okay, it looks really nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just take it to my garage, just to make sure it gets all of the loving attention that it deserves, as I'm sure you can relate to with your own cars and that sort of thing. So I'm going to be paying some particular loving attention to this McLaren, as it is one of my favourite supercars in the world. I've actually chosen this one over the Lamborghini Diablo, so there was actually a bit of a choice for the race series here. So I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do this McLaren up for our races. Having a look here at the moment. I'm going to change the visuals where I can, so we'll fully tint the windows, make them nice and black. Okay, we'll put some side skirts on, so a few options here. Those ones look pretty sick. I like them ones the best. So just applying those. Okay, looks like I haven't used this car very much, so I haven't got many upgrades for it. Now that bumper does look very impressive. Completely covers my number plate. I'm happy with that. That looks sick. Okay, so I'm going to put that on. Have a little browse through the spoilers here. See if I can see something that looks sick. That actually does look fairly good. So there's quite a few different modifications to the spoilers through here. I think I like this particular one. It looks like it's a little bit folded up. Don't want something too big. Okay, so I've added that particular spoiler in there now. I'm not sure if I actually like it. I might change that one. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and put one of these. Is that a clear spoiler there? Let me have a look at that one. I think it's actually a clear spoiler. Look at that. Wow. So quite a few options to choose from for the spoilers for the McLaren here. Not really liking the one I just chose. I'm going to go for something that looks towering. Something like the AR Performance one there. Okay, so personally that's a little bit more up my alley. So now I'm just going to go ahead and paint this particular vehicle. Choose a nice colour that I like on it. So there's quite a few cool colours here. The white one looks very impressive. The black one looks great. Can't go past the black one personally. Might just chuck a bit of a sticker on the back window just to completely customise this one. So here's where I can go in to put my stickers on my back window. So we've got a black car. I think I'll go for kind of like a black sticker kind of like the skull and crossbones with the blunt, or with whatever, the cigarette in his mouth there, the beer, whatever it is that he's got in his mouth, whatever. It looks pretty tough, so the black and white with the skulls there really reflects them out. I'm going to go ahead and keep that decal on there. That'll do in the way of decals, so I'll save that with my other cars, decals that I've been doing up through this series. So if you haven't seen my other episodes, make sure to go and check them out. Okay, so very happy with this McLaren now. It is completely tuned up in the way of speed cards for its 3x bonus on the Outlaw acceleration and speed and all that sort of thing, so that should be really epic going ahead here. So I hope you all enjoy this particular episode, as I'm sure I will going into it. So that is the event we want to get to. It's called the 1% Club. It looks like it's quite a drive over here. Luckily there is a gas station near it, so I'm just going to go ahead and fast travel over here so that we can start up the next of our series of races here in the brand new McLaren that I've just bought for these races, as I just feared that my old car that I had just wasn't quite going to be performing enough. So this one with the speed cards now is actually a level 322 race car. I'm going to go ahead and enter the event.
We're on in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you love her. It's Natalia Nova. Joining her, as always, the best of the best, the 1% Club.
Okay, so there's my new car.
Oh God, it's you.
It's pretty
Nova.
sick.
Have we met?
Ew, no. I wouldn't be caught dead near that car accident you're driving.
There's a nice way to say that.
I don't have to be nice to nobodies who are trying to ruin my fun.
Just because she's somewhere puts
But
all
I
I
your
do.
annoying crew. And it's supernova to you.
If I had a million years to spend putting the cars on, my car would look the same as yours. I will have a crack at trying to win this particular race. 9 to 1 odds on the side bet there.
Racing's better than her handles.
So here we go in the new car. Let's see if it was worth the 240k that I just dumped on it in between our clips. To save you time, I just wanted to show you how cool the cards that I was getting for it were. Now just into our first race. It looks like it's performing very nicely. Feels sensational. The competition seems like it's got quite fast cars as well. Nothing that we shouldn't be able to keep up with in the brand new McLaren though. Look at that. What a sexy ride. So highly recommending the McLaren coupe as the go-to car once you can unlock it after you get the pursuits done in chapter 4. So just finishing up the last of my chapter 4 missions now before I unlock the final saga. Okay, now the final saga is actually unlocks a series of cars once you complete it, but this is definitely the best car that we can have at the moment. So as you can see here, it's handling not only smooth but just looks sleek as. Engaging the nitro up these straights, it feels very nice in handling, performance and top speed. It's just cackling up here at 336 kilometers an hour straight into a car. That one will slow us down a little bit, but still up in first from the absolute sheer performance of the McLaren. Now that's actually ruined my vehicle collisions thing I had going, so looks like I just lost $1,500 or something like that, maybe $3.5. It doesn't matter. We're happy just to be out here in number 1 in the brand new McLaren coupe. Okay, so really loving this car. It handles like an absolute speed demon. Just clearing out poles with the sheer velocity of its armor. Really impressed by the McLaren. So I think this could be one of the only McLarens in this particular title. So please be sure to chuck up a like, and if you've got any questions and so on about how I did this car up to be an absolute beast
Who's trash
that
again?
ravages the competition, go ahead and leave a comment on it. You're welcome to ask. Okay, unfortunately I did hit that car and do a massive flip over it at 336 kilometers an hour. But other than that, it was a smooth race. So every race we go in our cars does upgrade them. So I'm not really looking at putting that particular block on, even though it does look like it does up my stats. It is of a different manufacturer than my type. So the orange cactus looking plant is Outlaw. That one there I believe is a Nexus. So I'm just going to go ahead and send that to the garage. My car does get basic upgrades just for completing races. I've heard on the grapevine, so I'm looking forward to just demonstrating that out here and
I wasn't even watching.
taking out all of these circuits.
My
and
problem is
Natalia
I'm getting tired of every two-bit crew with a
is
hero
not happy.
complex around here thinking they're somehow special. First, it was that Gaio or whatever, and now it's you.
You're one to talk.
You're all old news, and that bothers you. That's all it is. You know you need to get through me to get to the Outlaws Rush. I promise you. With what we have, you won't even get near that race.
Okay, so you're full of mouth, Natalia. I just beat your top speed, so be careful of me. I'm gonna go for massive air this race.
Get a good view of the city while you can,
Name's
nobody.
Altier, aiming for a 5-second side bet on the air time here. Make sure to stay tuned. Tell your friends if they're not onto it. Get onto it. This is the maddest car you've ever seen in your whole life. The Mclaren, just absolutely keeping up with the Lamborghinis there, as you see, very nicely. Did milk all of its nitro, but we've come out quite a distance ahead with that. Just going to go ahead and hit the nitro again. Huge corner there, didn't see that one actually coming. So just applying an extra handbrake. Okay, so there's a couple seconds airtime there, I think. So I need 5 seconds airtime through this race. That's what I'm searching for. Whoa, I've hit a wall. That is not going to do me any good in this race. No good at all. Okay, luckily we've got 5 laps, so we'll demonstrate how good the Mclaren is, I guess, by catching up from that massive accident we've had. So it's really going to pay to be careful around this particular circuit. As you've seen, I've just wiped out very hard. Cost me quite a few positions, but just gassing this nitro back into it. I see a big jump on the left over there. I will be hitting that in a lap or two if I can slide over to the left. Most of the obstacles are on the left. Okay, so Tyler's not too happy because we are in last place. Very fast laps too. Very tricky corner section through there. I think there's this jump here on the left, so I'm going to go for it. Oh no, I've accidentally gone on the wrong road and missed all of the checkpoints around the whole circuit here, okay? So I've actually completed the side bet. And I've come up into 4th position with that as well. So missing the checkpoint doesn't appear to have affected it, luckily for me. Okay, that is a very hectic little narrow corner. It's essentially taking a shortcut with that jump last lap. And not even realizing at the time. For some reason I'm overtaking them. I'm still in 4th position. I'd say I'm actually did miss a checkpoint and there's no coming back from it, but I'm not completely sure. I'm just going to go ahead and continue along this race for the side bet there. Should pay out quite nicely. Okay, so got a casino chip through there. Okay, so it looks like that's the jump I want to be hitting. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm still in 4th position. I'm absolutely flogging them now. Okay, so this car really is in a class of its own, as you can see around this course here, now that I'm getting used to the traction and handling. Got up here, I got 500 meters left. Just blasting it straight at the finish line. For some reason, I've actually finished in 4th position. I'm not sure how that happens exactly, but I will be doing my best to improve on that in the retry here. Still making quite a few dollars out of that particular event there, so we've put in the $15,000 for the side bet. Really paying off, quite lucrative. I think I'll be doing that one again for sure. Could even just do that on repeat for a little while to save up some quick dollars and Need for Speed if you were really desperate for the funds. Personally, I'm going to be aiming to win this time. I can't believe how they managed to snake us out of the last race.
I got this.
So I see a jump on the right,
Sorry.
just up here, that I should be able to get some nice airtime out of. So this time I won't be giving the computer a chance like running into the wall if I can help it. And just hitting the accelerator up these massive little straights into these little drift-like corners, I guess you could call them. So just going to head right here up the ramp I was talking about. Looks like I actually didn't get the casino chip again, sadly, but that is definitely a shortcut that I'm taking up around that section, I believe. And it's definitely given me half of the airtime almost that I need to complete this particular side challenge that I'm approaching here with the bet. Okay, so big handbrake around there, cross a little bit of dirt, up onto the ramp again. So this time I'm going to try and go straight at that little chip. Just missed him unfortunately again. Little casino chip up there in the middle. It has got me enough airtime now. And it looks like it is a little bit slower going for the airtime challenge, which is probably what's affected me in this race. So that's why they throw that in as a side bet, I'm sure. But look, I'm still in this. Only third position. No more jumps left to really be bothered with. I know where that casino chip is for next time that I want to have a little look around the map and find some now. So that'll be easy to collect later anyway. So just a case of, I guess it's Anastasia or Natalia up there in front. Just a case of
Find the opening.
gripping back and getting back into first position here on the last lap coming up. Okay, so really hectic race, got to admit, and needing a win to actually take this one out. Going to be avoiding these jumps for top speed now, and really concentrating on pinning in that first position up there. So it really does appear that the competition has quite a bit of speed. As you can see, I'm vlogging around the track here at the moment, trying to avoid that little wall there and overtaking that particular racer. I think it was Anastasia up there in first just before the finish line and taking it out. Okay, so I would have been turning quickly left there, and that is actually a new autolog fast starter record, so really stoked with that one. And continuing the Need for Speed invasion, so it's really racked up an extra 45k there, plus a 15k from earlier. This car's already paying itself back. What a beast of a car. I'm going to choose the third speed card this time and see if I get lucky on, oh, it's a level 15 acceleration, outlaw. Okay, it's going to keep things looking great actually. I'm going to go ahead and apply that particular speed card to the Mclaren. 2 out of 5 done in this particular series. Okay, so
Congrats, you won a car race.
getting level
Sounds like
15
you're not
speed
too
cards
happy.
now,
It worked
and
the way it was supposed to.
it sounds like Natalia is not too happy about me taking out that last race at all. Not concerned over here in my camp.
Lame.
Absolutely loving that.
Whatever.
Okay, so looks like my job in this game at the moment is to really pee Natalia off, I guess you could say. Okay, so just gonna go over here to skirt the city.
Hey, Ty.
Okay, something is definitely up. I just beat Natalia's crew again, and afterwards
Just
I caught
on
her
that
saying
speed
it didn't
trap.
work the way it was supposed
Okay,
to.
which has actually set a new record.
I know. But then she also said the house
And I
has
think I've
some
unlocked
sort of
something
stake
for
in this
collecting all
business.
those
Just
stars, so
what
that was the
hell is
last
going
star I
on?
needed.
Got some text from the
Not sure
house
where that
earlier.
goes
We're
to
still trying
exactly.
figure out what it is,
Trying to
but
get
it
over
might
here
be
on this
connected.
jump. I think I've gone about it the wrong way, unfortunately. Just going to take a shortcut straight through here to skirt the city. Okay, so it looks like I've been awarded a base shipment for it. So let's go see what we get out of our base shipment. That took a lot of savings, so this better be good. So let's give me 2 shipments, I guess. So there's the first one. I did forget to put my underglow on this car. I might have to take it back into the garage after this event to go ahead and put some cool little underglows and nitro, different colours on it, for a bit of variety. Not that I've got any problem with how it looks at all. It seems to be pretty monster-like to me. So just gonna look for this next event. Skirt the city, there it is. Okay, so it looks like our car is actually a little this time. Let's see if we can hit 300 kilometers an hour in this race for an extra $15,000. So 3,000 entry, 15k to win.
Better hurry up, nobody.
See if I can hit that 300 kilometer an hour mark. Okay, so I'm hoping for quite a straight road to try to hit this particular speed. So not quite enough road through that section. Nitroing up through here to see if I've got enough road. Not quite. I'm going to take a little shortcut across the dirt to save me braking. Nitro that. I should be able to hit 300 up here surely. That was it. 300 kilometers an hour up that little windy road there. So as you can see, the Mclaren is shit beast to be reckoned with out here on the courses of Need for Speed. Okay, a little ding on a car there. So fast it wouldn't know what hit it actually. We are out of there. Whoa, 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 jeez. I even put a couple of little handbrakes on around that corner. It just wasn't enough. Hey, that corner was a really slippery one. So now just proceeding through here, we need to get another 12 kilometers through these checkpoints. It's going to be an absolute duel against the clock here as we go for these checkpoints. Just lacing the Need for Speed Nitro into this to try to stock me back up. I'm going to try to hit 300 kilometers an hour again here to try to beef up that little finish line and time score target over there. Okay, so trying to nitro through a bit of dirt there, back onto the road, luckily. And it looks like the car's handling like an absolute premium car, but really impressed with the Mclaren here. I know Mclaren do make Formula 1 cars. This is, I guess, their supercar street car, and I've got to admit it's a very impressive car. I'm just drifting around these sections, trying to keep that race to the finish line timer up over 30 seconds. It's quite a tough job, but someone's got to do it. Okay, so your man Master Altier from the Master Gaming Network here, coming to you live. Any mistakes, broadcast to the world. So I hope you appreciate the amount of effort it takes to put these together. Okay, so just holding it down around these sections. It's night time, it kind of helps me spot the cars. I can see their lights from a visible distance. Just rolling through these next checkpoints. We've dropped under 30 seconds there, so still 6 kilometers left in this particular race. It's a very tricky particular race, I might add. I'm hoping these checkpoints do give me a little bit more of a boost than what I've been getting out of them so far. So I realise they've been handbraking a little bit much. The brakes are quite adequate in the Mclaren, especially because it's a race car, not a drift car. So just trying to stay above the 20-second mark around here now, holding on for life and limb. Really hectic mission, this one. I feel like I should have went and got a whole heap of new speed cards before this, but I didn't want to waste my money. So I'm seeing how we go here. I think the Mclaren has enough power under the hood to take out this particular set of events. Okay, so coming very close to the reach the finish line timer now. Unfortunately, we have had a couple of little accidents that have slowed us down a little bit, so it could be an absolute struggle to get this particular one done within the timer. We are very close to the finish line now, though, I might add. Timer is getting lower and lower. It feels like the checkpoints are getting further and further apart. I'm actually hearing them start to tick over early, like it's the end of my whole race coming up here. So 2, 1, wow. Can I make it through that finish line in time? Oh, I've been cut short a millisecond. You wouldn't even believe that. 1 millisecond short of making that. So, as you can see, it's telling me to actually go to the tune-up shop to buy a speed card for that one. I don't think I need a speed card this early. I think I'll complete this event to get a new series of speed cards, then potentially go and do it. But as you've seen, I made 20k out of that last race for the side bet. So we'll be going to hit the 300 kilometers an hour again. Maybe that's what's getting me wiped out a little bit, is trying to hit that 300 kilometer an hour mark, but we'll see how things span out for us going ahead here. So I just feel like maybe I wasn't using my nitro enough in the last race, or maybe hit a few too many cars early on. Just wasn't paying attention, so I want to give it a proper look at here and see if the Mclaren can make it around this particular track within the time limit, as I'm sure you're all concerned about as well for me and the rest of the Need for Speed community. So make sure that you dump in a little like and comment. Get your friends to subscribe as well. If you want to see more content like this in the future, I'm a big fan of racing car games, so I can upload at any time basically, and quite enjoy showing you the latest laps. This is not what we ideally wanted through this particular section here at all. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to go ahead and restart this particular event straight off the bat because of that silly little corner there that's popped out of nowhere. So for not completing that particular event, it's given me a bit of a decrease down to 17,500, even though I actually beat the 300Ks. So Natalie has definitely set me quite a fast target to beat through quite an intense track, to be honest about it. It doesn't look like it's got very many problems on it, but as you can see, it's night time, it's quite windy, long race. Easy little things like that can go wrong. Okay, I just hit that checkpoint luckily. I'm just nitroing to try and get away from that. As long as I don't hit that corner under that bridge where you seen last attempt, this one should be smooth sailing, I'm thinking. So I know that in the first 2 attempts that I made at this, I actually hit that bridge wall under the section there, so just going to be ultra careful that I don't make it down and hit the side of that bridge again, okay, as we proceed forward. Didn't realize how good the handbrake was in this car either. That is showing some real promise. I think the more I'm using it, the better it's starting to actually get. So it really feels like it's bullying around the bitumen out here at the moment. Trying to stay away from the other cars is pretty much imperative. Rolling through here, hitting those other cars will only cost me a whole bunch of time and possibly make me miss a checkpoint. As you can see, it's quite windy, quite tricky. Quite a few different ways you can go off the course and accidentally screw this particular mission up. So be careful out here, fellow Need for Speed racers and viewers, as you do approach these sort of intersections in the future. I mean, that there isn't a really fast Mclaren or Lamborghini or Honda flying in your direction head on, but also that you do drive safely on the roads. And okay, so I'm always ultra cautious when I drive on the roads in real life, as I hope everyone else is, okay? That way we can have more fun, hitting top speed limit in these sort of games, I guess, rather than dead on the road. Okay? So having a really smooth run this time. I'm still around about 30 seconds. I believe I've made it under that crucial bridge that is renowned for destroying my races out here. Last time I actually restarted it because it just knocked me out of the race so hard. Because I happen to go over on the dirt in the oncoming lane there to avoid that particular vehicle. Things are really heating up here, the pressure's on. A long way into this particular race now. It is one of the harder race events that I've come across recently, in that it just has so much length about it. You have to concentrate and dodge so many little oncoming lights and so on, you know. So definitely testing the limits here. Your man Master Altier. I'm really impressed by the power of this particular vehicle that I'm using at the moment. Really concentrating on the road here. This thing looks a little bit like the Batmobile as it grinds around the track here. Really impressed by the absolute power and velocity that it's throwing into these corners. Whoa. Okay, so just nitroing out of that little bit of trouble there. Running low on the timer again. You wouldn't even believe it. This one fails. I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple more speed cards for this particular vehicle. Which I think it's going to. Last time I got to about here and I lost by like 1 millisecond sort of thing. And I'm not even joking.
Are you kidding me?
How long of a race that was with no reward. Quite disappointing actually, Need for Speed. So gonna go ahead and have to go over to the particular tune-up store and quit this event and so on so I can buy some speed cards. Okay, so for anyone who's following the actual walkthrough here, make sure that you do go ahead with this particular episode and pop over to your tune-up shop. So there's a few tune-up shops around. I think I'll go to this one. Okay, just trying to decide which one to go to. They're all basically the same, so it's not going to make too much difference either way. So just going to go ahead and grind around through this next section here and get the tune-up shop parts that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and roll some more actual Outlaw brand goodies, we'll call them. Okay, let's see if we can get something that will increase our speed a little bit here. The game was telling me I need something. It looks like that could be what I need. That's probably the nicest card that I've got in the whole game so far. It's actually a level 16 Nitros acceleration speed, okay? So that's very nice. Let's see if it can give me another level 16 part that's different. Okay. So turbo speed. Let's see how that weighs up. Looks a lot better than my old part. We'll be equipping that. Okay, so as you can see, my top speed's now gone to 349 kilometers an hour. And I'm just going to go ahead and roll up a couple times on this for some extra speed. So as you see there, my air time's getting reduced, but my top speed is now over 352 kilometers an hour. Okay, I believe I've just gotten all of the 3 parts again. So that is as far as it can be upgraded. Now, just before I forget, I'm going to quickly go to my garage and put an underglow and new nitro color on the new McLaren there to get it looking absolutely schmick before I retry this particular nasty time trial that I'm on at the moment. Okay, so as you see, it's gone up and been beefed to quite good statistics there, just still blowing out on those. So the part that I'm actually looking for is called vanity items. So this is where all of my goodies go to as such. So there is nitrous colors here. I've got a choice of red, orange or blue. Okay, looks like I've unlocked a lot of orange, so I'm not going to be scared to go ahead and pop that straight on. Okay, tire smoke. Let's see, what color tire smoke do we want it to have? I think I'll give it mint smoke. Okay, give that a mint smoke. Now I've got a choice on the underglow of the car here. I've got 2 of the pinky colors here, candy pink or pink. or a mint. So I think I'll go the mint to go along with the actual tire smoke. So we're going to go with kind of like a green scheme on this particular one. And now we've got some air suspension here. I've got to go ahead and apply that. Okay, and I've got a few horns here. So let me go ahead and choose the "if you're happy and you know about it" toot your horn. Okay, so as you see, it's got a nice underglow under it now. Lovely stats. We should be basically ready for the next mission now, I'd say. Okay, so looking really cool now. Okay, gonna make my way over to the event again. So it was that red race flag. It looks like we've got a few different ones here, even a drag event coming up for next episode, so keep your eyes tuned for that. Can't actually quick travel to there, but I can to there. Quite a nice looking diamond block BMW there. I'd say it looks pretty tuned up, judging by the lights and bumper. Okay. The orange nitro looks insane. Okay. It's just blistering how fast it is actually. It's amazing. Really proud of my new McLaren here. Huge fan. Let's see if this time we can actually skirt the city. So as you see, my car's been leveled up a little bit from those speed cards, so let's hope it's enough. Gonna go ahead and hit that 300km/h speed.
Sorry. Last minute change in venue.
Are you kidding me?
Better hurry
Okay, so
up,
she's
nobody.
trying to trick us
Don't
and
wanna miss the
everything, you
race.
know. Anyway, looks like we've got to race through this to get to the next race, I see. Okay, so the challenge has definitely been set out for me. I'm glad that they kind of set out a good challenge. It's actually made me go ahead and apply all this cool stuff to my car now. So it's handling like an absolute beast. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it Hulk, my new McLaren here. It's just with the green tire smoke and the green underglow, it just looks that good. Okay, so easily hitting the 300km/h speed limit there, up that particular straight. This thing is handling and maneuvering around the road even better than it was before. Definitely feels like it's a lot more ready for the epic war that will be fought out up ahead. So just sliding over that tricky bridge within a nice time limit. Still have 43 seconds left on the clock after the bridge there, so some of these checkpoints are quite a distance apart. That's what will milk down the timer even more. So just notice that there's actually a shortcut track on the inside of most of these roads. That was a bit unfortunate, that particular ding. I hope it doesn't cost me the race. But anyway, I'm sure I'll be able to make it. I'm still sitting at around 40 seconds, so definitely feels better than 30 at this point in time. And I owe it all to the McLaren and the speed cards that I was lucky enough to just get, as it just baffles me how good it performs around the track out here. So your man Master Ulti, yeah, just doing laps out here of this trial course till we get things perfected. Still around the 40-second mark with 8 kilometers to go. Really trying to dodge that oncoming traffic. That sort of stuff can stop you in your tracks. Big handbrake, you drift through that section. That felt grand. The Hulk's doing a really good job out here. just taking a bit of a shortcut through there. I'm not sure if it slowed me down or sped me up. The dirt is slower than the road, but it was a more direct line, so either or, I'm guessing. As long as I don't crash. It's looking pretty good for the Mclaren on this particular event. Just trying to scatter through these checkpoints as quickly as possible while staying on that bitumen is critical to this mission. Whoa. Please look out, cars. McLaren coming through. And that's really moved my time down. As I said, these checkpoints with the oncoming traffic can really make things more difficult than it needs to be. McLaren can make up pretty quick time around these bends, though, luckily enough for us, now that it's completely tuned up and done up to the next level. So this is about as good as you're going to see at this point in the game, that's for sure, if not in the whole game. There are a couple of other cars that I'll be showing you guys in this series, so make sure you stay tuned and like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm just trying to really blaze through these last couple of checkpoints. It's really imperative I concentrate as much as I can. Quite a few little twists through the city. It's easy to hit a wall through this section, and it's really important that I keep that top speed up. 10 seconds to go. We've hit the finish line. That's how it's done.
Made it. Now the real race
Human
will start.
Altier pulling out the auto like fire starter. Third time lucky. Third time on that one. The first two were with insuperior parts, okay? So make sure you keep your cars tuned up between races as best you can. There's 42,000 made out of that particular event and a lot of RP. Okay, so that's ranking me up. I'm now level 24. I think I'm going to go the number 1 speed card. Okay, so let's see what that gives us. It's not really what we want, to be honest. It's not going to give us a bonus to our nitro. Yeah, that's... It looks good. I'm going to send it to the garage for another car, okay? So I'll be able to put that straight on another car. It does cost me a little bit, but not much. So it looks like I've got another destination to drive to now, which is probably the race, I'd say. So she thinks that she's going to make me eat dust this race. If I eat dust, I'll be putting a few upgrades on and coming back, but I'm sure I won't be eating dust. I'm sure, if anything, Natalia will actually be the one eating dust, so I don't know. It's pretty hard not to hit any vehicles, but I'll have a crack on the side bet there. Cheers to that.
Remarks from me, Natalia?
Nothing I didn't say in my web show. You and your crew are great for views. TY.
Here we go, Natalia. Let's see how you like Hulk. Okay, Hulk's been done up just for your pleasure. Look out, Anastasia.
There we go.
I've got a little thing going on out here, and it's not called that an Evangeline win, that's for sure. Taking pole. Off the start there, the McLaren. The Hulky. We've got the other races oh, jeez, no. Oh, my goodness. Got the other races quite baffled what I've done to my car in between these events, I'm sure. As I've even had a pretty big ding there and I'm still out in pole. Okay, so that's what we want to see. Just hitting the nitro around a couple more sections here. That orange nitro looks very impressive. I hope you'll agree with me. If you think I should have maybe painted it a different colour, be sure to make a comment there and let me know what colour you think I should have painted it. I've accidentally hit a vehicle already in this race, so still winning though, not too concerned. Natalia will be spewing about this, basically leaving most of her races for dust, as she says. Trying to keep a bit of a lookout on the GPS while dodging the traffic in this game at top speed here. Didn't actually see that corner coming, unfortunately. Did hit the handbrake. The McLaren's looking a little bit dented though, and worse for wear, I might add. Just rolling forward. So Natalia's definitely got us out here on a long race. This time it's still got 10 kilometers left, and we're absolutely pummeling the competition out here. So at least we're not playing the catch up. Things are actually looking really good for us out here. So looks like it's actually probably 2 laps. I don't know. Maybe it was a 20-kilometer race to start with. But either way, the McLaren is treating 20 kilometers like nothing. They're pretty much just living in a state of happy joy at the moment as I proceed to hold it and cling on around these particular tricky little inner city bypasses. Human Altier taking out pole position in the city course here. Just winding it down to around about 5 kilometers left. So quite a long lap on these particular circuits. It's like Natalia really wants me to come off, but this car, this McLaren, it's like sticky glue out here at the moment, the way it clings to the course. Oh no, wow, there's a big yellow boss sitting there, come on. Still in first, that's the main thing, can't see them on the radar. Excuse me, little red car, coming through. Big destruction bonus on the RP there anyway, so wrecking other things doesn't really matter. 500 meters left. Just felt like it was a hyper supercar, the McLaren. Really impressed by the particular McLaren. Hope you all enjoyed that race, that was epic. Looks like we get another speed card, so we've put out a level 18 brakes. Not a big fan. I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep the level 16 triple pack I've got on it for the Outlaws and send that one to the garage. Okay, so that's how we're going to roll that one. So skirt the city complete, so that's 3 out of the 5 in this episode number 13.
I bet you're pleased with yourself.
You could say that.
Just gonna demonstrate to Natalia not to mess with me. I mean, she's so mouthy about how I'm doing here. I'm gonna have to come out and win the next race here, okay?
I hope all your 1%
aiming to win.
Let
me check what level this race is. It's a level 360 race, and quite low.
How do you know?
I probably should tune my car up again, but let's face it, if I keep tuning it in between every race, you know, before I level up, it won't actually be much good, I don't think anyway, so I'm just going to try the solo sprint. After winning by so much in the last race, I don't see any reason to go ahead and get new speed cards at this point. Quite happy with these, you can hear it just hissing. The McLaren over there, so really impressed by it. Okay, so side bet, nah, we're not a big fan of drifting in race car events, so sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This time I'm not. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a skull of bones out on the McLaren. Look at that, wow. It has just purred like the lion of the jungle and hit every single car on the way.
Gotta win.
That's how they're trying to run this race, by taking you down. You know, it's a matter of rising above. Gonna hit the nitro to help me catch up here a little bit. This is ridiculous. Look at that for catching up. So that's brought me back into the race after those couple of collisions. So just hitting the jet mode now. Refusing to lose this particular event. We will be happy to take them out if they give us too many problems here too. It doesn't look as though I'm going to have too much problem catching up with them. I'll just take Tippy 3000 down there for trying to sneak off on the pack by so much. Knock her back with the pack and see how she likes it back there in the rat race like I had to deal with at the start, eh? So now just clawing out into the lead. As you can see, the Mclaren in a league of its own. Wow. So even though it's like 50 levels under potentially for this particular event, still just leaving them to dead. So it's hard to find a better car for me at the moment to go to in this game than this car. Ideally, I wouldn't mind to drift one of these as well and fully tune it to drift. I think it'd just be superb. Could even be something I'll look at doing later on. Or maybe for the drag races. I think this thing with drag would absolutely blaze it up as well. So it could even end up that I end up with a few McLarens in different colours. To that point, I'm such a big fan of the McLaren at this point in the game. So I've just got to make sure that I save up enough, because I really want the Lamborghini Murcielago and the Reggiera. So I'll be saving up for those two vehicles to demonstrate those as well. But other than that, I'd say the McLaren will be on par with those, able to compete. The way it's leaving these other races for dead out there, I'd be surprised if a standard Reggiera could even come close to matching the sheer power of this particular vehicle. Okay, so, nearly going the wrong way there, just applying a mad handbrake to get back on the actual course. Green smoke all over the road, that looks sick. For some reason, I think I've lost my underglow. Maybe I hit a rock underneath. Looks like there was a little jump there on the left that I could have hit, but at this sort of speed, it's a little bit hard to see the potential jumps in the road coming up when they're hidden on the left like that. So hear them tires just squealing as they grip to that bitumen around that turn there. Green tire smoke looks really cool. Hulk's really performing. I see the competition. I think they're quite a distance back. I've seen them on a side road around the back of my map there. So it looks like I've got a little bit of a lead going here in the McLaren. Looks like I finally found a car that can actually absolutely own the race. Okay, so I highly recommend it. As I said, at this point in the game especially, okay, so just leading up into chapter 5 where I unlock all of the best cars in the whole game before we take it online and that sort of thing. And this single player campaign has been absolutely epic. A big squeal from the tires around that corner.
Gotta stay ahead.
Trying to make it through the trees there. Oh, little spin out in the dirt. Nitroing off that. I still don't see any sign of the other races. That would have been their one opportunity to probably catch me. The McLaren's just performing so well, it just doesn't want to come off the road very easily. Still 12 kilometers left in this race, so I'm not getting cocky early. I mean, there could be anything lying ahead on this race. But the McLaren is just turboing through this track so quickly that sections are just being obliterated. Big tire squeal coming up here. So I did work out in between episode 11 and 12 that I could actually hit the billboards too, so I worked out why they're on my map now. I worked out you can actually jump through the billboards and take them out, and actually give you a star or something like that, and helps you get all of those cool packs for all of your nitros, colors and
Gotta keep it up.
different things like the underglow and that sort of thing. So we got 8 people in this race, and I haven't seen one of them in quite a while. 7.5 Ks left in this absolute marathon Natalia's pulled out over here in the race series, so I'd expect that this video may go for a little bit longer than my normal videos, just for the simple reason that, well, this Natalia girl really knows how to make a long track, okay? Just looking at it there. So as you can see, this car is pure perfection, roaring up the road like a lion. I'm pretty much describing it as a lion among cats. As you can see, it's just putting the lap times down to a fine art. Oh yeah, I just unlocked the tire customization for using it too, so that's cool. Like, I think I can actually put some rims on it now too. So I think the more you use these cars, the more you can do to them. So I'm going to be using this car quite a bit, so stay tuned for the race series, because in the race series from now on I'll be using the Mclaren. I'd say it might be a case of using it in the last race. If not, I might use the drag for something sneaky, because the nitro just comes back so quickly in that particular car. So just absolutely blazed up Natalia in that one. Really, really liking that. So a lot of respect and cash yet again. Adds up. Another break card. I think I'll be breaking that one right into the trade-in pile. I would like a little bit of extra power on that, but honestly, is that my ECU? It only has that little thing in it. I think I'll put it on. I think I still keep the 3x outlaw bonus. That one is separate, okay? So I'm gonna put that on anyway. Still with the 3x outlaw bonus. I will be trying for a 5x outlaw bonus eventually, but might as well get that. That looks like a good little upgrade for the next race. Okay, so listen to the car now. It actually makes a little bit of a chuck 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 noise sort of thing. Listen to that.
One of us craves attention here, Natalia, and it's not me.
Oh, Jesus, sounding good now, I tell you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do before I do this next race. I'm going to go and steal this spade crate that I see just on my map here. First I'm going to collect that crate. Gotta get away with the loot now. What do you know, the cops are all over it, like everything else in this game. So I'm just going to go ahead and bail over here. See how the cops like the power of the new McLaren. I actually haven't come up against the police in the McLaren yet. As you see there, the nitro popped them back on the map a little bit, hitting it again. Little drop. Okay, so as you see, the performance of this car is amazing. Can't believe the cops can actually catch it. I said there's something completely ridiculous about that. I'm just going to go ahead and plow into that one for it. Look at coupe truck. Off the road, guys. Gotta reach the escape point. I think I've gone underneath the tunnel, so I can't see the DPS. Whoa. Whoa. Those are some big hits from the cops. They are not liking the McLaren. Okay, I'd say I did a little bit of damage to them as well. Okay, here's the escape point up here. For some reason it's actually come off my map, so I don't even know where I'm going anymore.
Now heading northbound on I-34 Amber Valley Parkway.
Okay,
Out of my way.
Just gonna try to take these cops out of the race here. I'm calling it because like they're right in the way. Okay, so for some reason my map is completely retarded at the moment and not telling me where to go, so I'm just guessing.
All units, no visual contact with subject.
So that's what we needed to do, is escape them. And we've done it. Okay, excellent. Mission successful. Okay, so that's given us 20k, so that'll be nice. So we're back over $1 million now, after buying the Mclaren, so... The Millionaire Club over here. Oh geez, that thing looks good, but it's an exhaust part. Can't go sacrificing all of that N2O capacity for that, unfortunately. It does look like a nice part. It's a Nexus exhaust, not an Outlaw. I do like the Outlaw. I've heard that they are part of the Speed series, so I'd recommend those ones. Now it's just going to be a case of making our way over to the next particular job over here, which should essentially be the last one in this series, I'd expect, depending on what happens. Okay, it looks like this is actually the Natalia Nova Supernova event. So I'm gonna try it in my McLaren as it's done up at the moment and see how it fares. Excuse me, blue car. I didn't mean to do that. It's a level 380 race. Okay, I don't think I'm going to seriously not hit any vehicles in this whole race because I get a demolition bonus. But let's have a bit of a look anyway. So let's just roll out here and take out some of these other cars.
The winner of the Outlaws Rush.
I love when you trash talk. It's just talk, and the trash comes with you.
So Natalia Nova, super race here.
Hello, Nova baby.
The last race of the series here.
Live from the racetrack.
What the
In
hell
our
are you
brand
live streaming this?
spanking new McLaren coupe.
For tonight's main
This thing
event.
has been an absolute pleasure to drive since I bought it. I'm highly recommending getting yourselves a McLaren if you get into this game one day. It just literally bullies the opponents off the track.
Oh, impressive.
They're just trying to strip line down through here and sneak off on Natalia.
For a reason.
You
She's
see this
pretty
far?
fast,
I'm not even
so
pressing the gas yet.
I'm just trying to use my nitro to sneak off a little bit. The good thing about this track is it looks like there's no real easy shortcuts. It's just going to be dodging traffic and making our way through these tunnel systems. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe so you can see all of my live updates
Oh,
as I pop them up. Okay, so this is the latest live episode 13 of my Need for Speed campaign, and I've got to admit, I've got some serious upgrades going in the McLaren now. It's just got some meaty
Stay focused.
speed cards in it. Oh, look out, taxi. Seriously, you're kidding me. Now Natalia is right behind me, so let me just hit her in the face with that. oh no!
I will. The house
Okay, so she is first now. Now I've got to catch her, okay? So it is a long race. We've got a McLaren. I'm sure I can pull this back together. Very unfortunate that she's actually put so much pressure on me. I've hit the cab back there. Car shouldn't be hitting cabs. It does handle and maneuver really nicely. So
remember Tyler from his horrible takedown a few months ago.
now she's going to rub it in. Now she's up there in first position, but I will catch up.
Say something for the crowd, Nova.
Look at that, pulling her in on the map there. Tyler really doesn't like coming second, he was saying. And I'm going to make sure I dodge all of these oh, whoa.
Hey, Einstein, you're supposed to avoid
Whoa.
that stuff.
That was a pretty big collision, okay? So I was just about to say how I'm avoiding all of the collisions as the biggest fence you've seen in a little while comes out and just hits me, okay? So
Can you see nobody behind
the
me?
thing is
Because I sure can't.
that Natalia isn't actually sneaking up at the moment. I'm catching up. So as you can see, she's right there, even though I've had that massive accident. So she's very mouthy, I might add. Really keen to catch up and get in the lead here and dominate, okay? So just hitting the nitro and milking it for everything it's got in an effort to catch up to Natalia down there. Okay, so even going on the other side of the road here for a bit of a shortcut, just to bridge a little 1 second gap with Natalia over there. Okay, so just blazing it through here as quickly as I can with the nitro. She's very fast in a car, Natalia.
Don't get comfortable.
Tires just squealing through these courses here, so it's gonna dump a huge nitro up this little straight I've seen on the map. There she is, that's Natalia right there.
Get ready,
Okay,
everyone.
6 kilometers left in this massive race.
Nobody's little dream.
So just giving her a little bit of a side swerve there and hoping I don't come off again like I did in those other 2 crashes. Okay, so in front of Natalia pretty nicely here. She's got a different road to me. I think she might have some sort of cheat shortcut, but we'll do what we can here. I'm sure it can't be too bad for us. As you see, she's cheated and come out in front through that section, so that's amazing, isn't it? The GPS was telling me to go the fast way, and she's come through the off-road way, the secret little track, and popped out in the lead there for a second. Trying to avoid those nasty columns in the middle of the course there. They are particularly nasty. Oh, that's nice. That's exactly what I wanted there, actually. Thanks for coming, Natalia. We'll just bury you into the wind back there and take pole, okay? So
No way. This is ridiculous.
so now she's really not happy. And I'm just going to nitro the absolute pants off my Mclaren here. Less than 1 kilometer left now. Pretty confident, as long as I don't hit anything too major, that this is a successful victory. And yes, that's it. We've actually won against Natalia. First pop in the Mclaren, okay? So we only put some speed cards on, what, 2 races ago? And I've got to admit, the McLaren's performing like an absolute beast, as I was saying earlier. And let's see what else it's going to get here. It's a new nitrous ECU to replace the brakes. Okay, that's not the brand that we've got anyway, so this looks great. Look at that, 7.5 nitro capacity, lowering of the brake capacity, but now this car is going to be absolutely rocketing through the road for our next races. Okay, so that's a 1% club beaten. As you see here, we've unlocked the Lamborghini Hurricane Coupe, and it looks like it could be the Lamborghini Murcielago. That there is looking so sexy, it is not even funny. I think I'm going to have to go ahead and buy a Lamborghini. That was our latest session of racing. Thank you very much for joining in and viewing. If you haven't already, make sure to click the like and subscribe. I'll be popping up the footage of the Lamborghini Murcielago very shortly. Until then, my friends and viewers, take it easy. Have a great night. And I'll be back soon. Take it easy.